Cancer, 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 my little crabby. Thank you for joining me for September 2019. All right, Cancer, so the messages that resonate here for you, go and apply them, Cancer, to where they fit, how they fit, and to whom they fit within your life. And also to the energies can flip-flop and switch around, Cancer, so just apply it as best you can, okay? Also, to Cancer, before we get started, the song by The Fuzz, I Love You for All Seasons, started playing in my head, okay? There's a lot as soon as I started like popping out your cards. So let's see what's going on here for you, Cancer, for this month, okay? So for the heart of the matter here for you, Cancer, you popped out the King of Wands reversed. For what is within your control, Cancer, or your delegation this month, you have here the 10 of Wands reversed with the Empress here. And also to Cancer, for what is outside of your control or outside of your delegation this month, Cancer, you popped out the Knight of Swords here, reversed with the 10 of Cups. For what, how you can improve this situation harmoniously, Cancer, you popped out here the 8 of Cups reversed. And also for, like, what have you learned in a sense from this experience, Cancer, in this situation? You have the High Priestess here. I like this here. It's pretty cool. Some of you maybe could be dealing with another Cancer, maybe a Pisces, possibly. Or maybe a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I just picked up Taurus as well right now. And Scorpio. Interesting. Or have any of that in your chart, Cancer. All right, let's see, Cancer. This month I'm feeling, Cancer, like it's like you may be finding yourself like becoming very frustrated with with a process. And through your frustration, Cancer, and like unconsciously, or subconsciously, you may be kind of like finding yourself like either doing or contemplating like using or putting or applying your power over other people, you know what I mean? And then in turn over or on top of yourself, Cancer, with these two cards here, Cancer, with like what's outside of your control or your delegation, it's Cancer. It's like I feel like a lot of what's going on for you right now, it's like perception based in terms of like you want or you would like a partner, a person, place, or thing, or whoever's involved here to kind of like to speak of you within a certain manner. But I'm getting, Cancer, it's more like you want to hear and you want to see more here, but you want to hear it in a very specific way where it's almost, Cancer, like okay, it's almost like you may not, or okay, you may not, or you may subconsciously not believe that this person, place, or thing does in fact like love you the way that you need them to, or the way that you believe them to love you, Very interesting, Cancer, because what I'm getting here, it's like, what's outside of your control, Cancer, is you can't control the way that people feel and say and speak, of you. We would always, hope that it's, within a positive context or with positivity, of course, as it should always be, but worrying about that, Cancer, and looking for something that may not even really be there, could be. But what I'm trying to get at here, Cancer, is you can't control, Cancer, what people say about you or your situations or about your happiness, because no one should speak on your happiness. You should only be speaking upon your own behalf regarding that, and not only speaking about it, Cancer, but also demonstrating it through inner truth and through inner resonance, which then like permeates out in your environment, which then means, Cancer, excuse me, which then means that you then, when you when you permeate or exhibit that inner truth of who you are, any other people, places, and things that do speak of you negatively, and it's like contrary to how you operate, other individuals will start to get to notice that, you know what I mean? And then they'll notice that person speaking negatively of you is maybe not the best individual for you, or they need to be around. Hope that makes sense, Cancer. But still outside of your control. Okay, there's something here too, Cancer, regarding like your reputation. Reputation, Cancer, is out of your control, and why is because you can do everything right. You can do everything for another person, place, or thing, the collective, whatever it may be. you can do more than you ever could, go above and beyond. That does not mean that the corresponding people or the second party will speak highly of you. So reputation is out of your control, Cancer. So in a sense, we shouldn't and we would not want to place our focus on that. Things that are not in our control or outside of our control, right? But what is within your control or your delegation, let's say, is, Cancer, like your perception of things, and also your ability to create situations that may be like a part of delusion, or maybe part of like a false belief system. What I'm trying to say here is, Cancer, it's like, you can choose what's within your control. Is also, you can choose to respond to situations impulsively, or you can take a step back and maybe review the situation, you know what I mean? And then gather more information and then make your assessment at that point in time, And also, you can choose just not to do anything, But choosing not to do anything is still making a choice. And not making a choice is still choosing a choice. Like, you know what I mean? But there's also something here, Cancer, where it's like you can choose to let things go in a sense, you know what I mean? Especially if there's an aspect here for you regarding your relationships, or just what you're dealing with has to do with like your own maybe distorted perception of that thing or of that issue. It's like, if it's your own, if it's your own shit, Cancer, if it's your own stuff going on inside and internally, we should not expect other people, places, and things to understand all the way, And at that point, the ball's in your court regarding what are you going to do with that energy. Because, Cancer, love and evil, right? They both require and are contingent upon one thing, and that they have in common. It's called passion, right? But, Cancer, it depends upon how that passion is channeled and the intention behind it. Hope that makes sense, Cancer. I'm going to leave you with that there. But, Cancer, also here too, like, what can improve the situation harmoniously, Cancer, is, I'm going to say this. It's like not to walk away from the situation, but to take a step back and be like an observer in a sense. And to be like a compassionate witness. That makes sense? Also, to Cancer, not to walk away when maybe you feel like your financial. It's interesting that financial came out. It's very interesting. Maybe for some of you, financial, but what I was trying to say was your emotional security being, or you perceive it as being like compromised. And then when we leave the situation, Cancer, without speaking about it, or without, at least attempting to resolve it, without compromising yourself and other individuals within the process, when we do that, when we just leave, Cancer, we then open up the door to, not having closure, but not only with the other person, place, or thing, or the second party, but not having closure within yourself, So it's like, stick around, Cancer, but be more observant and view things from a neutral standpoint, where your ego and your egocentric mind are both out of the equation. So then you can get the best possible and most accurate understanding of the truth within the situation. Then you can then make the best decision for you and for other individuals within the process, Interesting, Cancer. Here too, like, what I feel like you learned from this experience, Cancer, it's really like, what I'm getting, Cancer, it's like this. We know certain things sometimes, and we necessarily don't need to always speak upon certain things, especially when we're unsure if it's only our personal energy that is part of the unfavorable shit going on, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to get at is here, Cancer. Okay, yeah, that's right. Imagine, Cancer, if like every thought that came into our head were words that came out of our mouth. Like, we couldn't have a private conversation, or our thoughts were not private to our own self. we didn't have that ability, this world would be a much different place. You know what I mean? So in me saying that, Cancer, you also have in your control or within your delegation the ability to not necessarily speak about everything that you may contemplate, you know? Because that not only, not only do you run the risk, Cancer, of possibly being incorrect, but it also gives you time, and it provides you that time to go inside and then to see if it's maybe just a distorted belief system or something that's going on. And it also, Cancer, allows you to like rectify the situation by respecting yourself and not running with only half the story, you know? Interesting, Cancer. Let's see, I kind of want to just pop out 2 cards here for just kind of moving forward here. Or what you can kind of take away from this month here. So you have the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, pretty much. This is a choice, Cancer. Which one do you want, you know? Based upon what you say and based upon your accurate assessment of the truth and the reality of the situation by not leaving, right? And by being the compassionate witness and by not speaking of certain things. Which one do you want, Cancer? Do you want the balance? Or do you want the burdens, you know? This is a choice in a sense here. Because these are 2 very polarizing energies. But ultimately, you can make the decision as to which one is best for you or what is the end result of it by being a bystander, taking a step back, and assessing really what is the truth of the reality within the situation, Cancer. All right, Cancer. Right, I hope that made sense to you. And as always, Cancer, intuitiveperceptions.com for all your booking and services needs. And also, as always, God bless, Cancer, and love and light.